What's up, guys? Mount Vernon Kid here, coming to you again. Here to bring you episode 19 of my comic reviews. How's everybody doing out there? Hope everybody's well. Like my shirt? Pretty good, right? Well, got some books here. Got some good books. I enjoyed my week of books, as always. And I know you guys are jonesing to see what I picked up for DC as well, so I'll save those for last. All I have this week is none from the big two, Marvel and DC. So we'll kick it off with, of course, my number one hero, my boy, of course, Amazing Spider-Man, number 670, Part 4 of Spider Island. Dan Slott. Wow. My God, the shit has really hit the fan now. It is so badly in dire needs of basically how to stop this. All the brilliant minds of the Marvel Universe are trying to work on this. Reed Richards, and it's going to turmoil, people. Peter can't do this alone. He needs help. And it's getting to the point where, hell, even JJ has spider powers. We see that Hawkeye has spider powers. All these things are happening, and we all know that's what's going to happen to these people. They're going to change. And it comes so desperate to the fact that we got maybe a major factor in this paranoia and to stop this Spider Island plague from the people wreaking havoc and turning into these giant spider creatures. It's becoming so bad that JJ goes to somebody that we would have never expected him to go to for help. And we turned out the person that we need to help is Eddie Brock, aka Anti-Venom. But this was really good. Dan Slott is doing a great job on this event. Basically, for me, guys, I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt, this is not going to end well. Not at all. But still, as always, it's good. It is still good. Amazing Spider-Man. Still doing good, guys. Very much. Next up, we move on to a book I saw, basically a lot of advertisements in the books, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna pick this up. And besides that, because it has another favorite character of mine, Beta Ray Bill, so we pick up another series called The Annihilators Earthfall. This is a 4-part miniseries. As you can see, the Annihilators are made up of Gladiator, all the Earth's cosmic heroes, the mighty cosmic heroes. Gladiator, Beta Ray Bill, Quasar, Ronan the Accuser, people like that. Andy Landing and David Abnett co-write on this, and it was good. It was really good. It was good to see them put more emphasis on the cosmic heroes of the Marvel Universe. It really was. The only problem I had was the artwork was kind of, was like that. I couldn't really feel the artwork. But this was not bad. It was really good. The Annihilators come to Earth because they're to solve a threat. But they're looking like the bad guys in this. So that gives the attention of the Avengers. And that's pretty much what it's leading up to. The Avengers and the Annihilators going at it. But it was really cool because when they were on Earth, Quasar, who was from Earth, was like, I don't feel right about doing this, and the others are like, then one of the other now is like, you didn't have any problem coming to my planet and wreaking havoc and things like that. And, a lot of the other members are like, yeah, he's right, she's right. Why is it so important that Earth? So it was good. But The artwork is a little bad. But I'm glad I gave this a chance. It's good. Besides, it's got Beta Ray Bill. I'm a big fan of Beta Ray. Alright. So we move on to a .1 book. I know the .1 books are like, why the hell? But, you know. Black Panther. They changed the name to Black Panther, the Most Dangerous Man Alive. Issue. This is 523.1. David List is still doing a pretty decent job with T'Challa. This book was all about. This felt like a classic crime drama case. Felt like a little bit like Batman. I'm sorry, I got to put it out there. So felt a little bit like Batman. There are murders going on in Hell's Kitchen, and one of the detectives wants the Panther involved in it. Kinda, you know. And Panther figures out right away who the culprit is, and it's a classic villain from the Panther's universe. I'm not going to spoil who that is, but I will tell you he was adopted by T'Chaka because his family died in a plane crash in Wakanda. There you go. That's your. So listen to what I just told you. He was adopted by T'Chaka. His family died in a plane crash that crashed in Wakanda, and T'Chaka raised him as his own before T'Challa was born. So there's your clue who it is. But it was really good. It was a classic, nice classic, you know, crime drama case, you know, with Panther facing a classic Panther villain. Not bad. Wasn't too bad for a .1 issue. I enjoyed it. If you still like Panther, still want to stay on board with Panther, pick it up. Alright, move on to FF number 8. No, excuse me, 9. Like I said, there are traitors amongst even the villains, and we see them attack Doom. Doom handles himself pretty well in this. What do you expect? It's Doom, one of the most popular characters and villains. He's my top villain in ever, so I wasn't surprised. We also see what the Inhumans have planned for the other Reeds in this, and it's not good. It is not good. And they don't want regular Reed involved in it, because Black Bolt still sees Reed as a good friend. But it's good. It was really good to see, and it's giving you like some kind of clue to like what's going to happen in this book. I tell you one thing, it's picking up. Hickman still is doing a good job on his book. Very good. It's just so funny to see all the wives that Black Bolt has. The man has about more than 5 wives now. It's crazy, but it's cool. It's still good. Still good indeed. Alright, we move on to Journey into the Mystery, issue number 628. Still ties into Fear itself. And it's still all about Loki, little Loki, gaining the troops to fight against the Serpent. And there is some animosity going on. A lot of the people that he's trying to recruit are like, why should we help and things like that. But it's all about Loki and his mischievous way. No matter what size he is, guys. No matter, he could be small, big, tall, whoever. He's still the same old Loki. True deep down. That mischievous bastard that everybody wants to choke out. And that's pretty much all this is once again. That's all it is. Alright. Herc. Number 8. This is the last 2-part tie-in to Spider Island. The writing duo of Greg Pak and Fred Van Lint still do a good job. We see that once again. We all know what happens. You enjoy having the spider powers for a while, but later on you change. However, in this book, Herc doesn't change all the way. He doesn't. We see the person involved in this book, and once again, if you're a big fan of Greek mythology like I am, The villainess in this book is from Greek mythology. Her name was Arachne. Short and sweet. Arachne was this beautiful, very beautiful, vain woman that, you know, just was cruel. Athena put a curse on her and made her into a half woman, half spider. She plays a big part in this. So the queen, who is the main head of the whole epidemic in Spider Island, comes to her and be like, it'd be good to have the son of Zeus under our control. But Arachne's like, please, like, he's mine. And we see what happens. The X-Men are in this. Storm, Gambit, Wolverine, and Emma Frost are in this book. Yes, people, I hate Emma Frost. So, you know, don't worry. They're helping with this epidemic as well. And they run into Herc, who is now half spider, and things like that. And it's just, it was weird. The ending is weird because him and Arachne embrace, and the X-Men are trapped on a web, and they can't, and Gambit's like, I can't move my head. I don't want to see this. Turn around. Like, and things like that. But it was still good. It's still good. It's the next issue goes back to basics, and we see Zeus is not really happy with his son right about now. So I can't wait to see what they do with that issue. But this was okay. Not bad. Not bad at all. All right. Mighty Thor, number 5. Now, guys, you got to remember the first 5-6 issues take place before Fear itself. Okay, and it's all about the Asgardians fighting Galactus, and Loki, once again being his mischievous self, removes something that Galactus is looking for that's in Asgard, and it's just a really good end to the story. It was okay. It wasn't that bad. This is another book that Fraction is writing, and I gotta admit, he's doing not such a bad job on this. Everybody says, you know, Fraction, his best work is Iron Man, and I will agree. But not bad. But Oliver Capella's artwork for Thor is great. Galactus gets a new herald in this book. So it's not just Surfer, actually. But I'm not going to spoil too much for you. It's not bad. We get to see the Destroyer armor in this. Really cool. Always good to see the Destroyer. And we get to see some more animosity between Odin and Thor. But it was good. Okay. Another .1 book, but I had to pick this one up because, you know why, people? It was drawn by the great Neil Adams. Yes. New Avengers number 16.1. This is a great jump on for people who want to read the New Avengers, because after this, I'm explain why. It's all about the New Avengers escorting Norman Osborn from the raft to another high priority prison. However, Norman still has followers from Hammer and people like that, and they try to break him out. And I'm not going to say if they succeed or not, but you know what? Maybe I should, because what I have to say why is, do they succeed? Yes, they succeed. Norman is free, and basically it leads up to what's going to happen with the New Avengers all this year and so on. They're going to be battling Norman Osborn and a new Hammer and people like that. Neil Adams' artwork is great in this book. He does a great job drawing everybody. Neil Adams is a good artist, man. You cannot deny that. It was really good to see him take a crack at people like Luke Cage and Iron Fist and Ms. Marvel and the Green Goblin and people like that. It was really good. He did a great job on his book. Great job, Neil. Mr. Adams. Bendis does a good job on this book. It was straight to the point. You know, quick and straight to the point. Focus right on what ties into what's coming up next for the New Avengers and what they're going to have to deal with. Norman Osborn, his followers of Hammer that are still around, and supposedly he's going to reform the Dark Avengers. Not bad. Not bad at all. Stick with Avengers. Secret Avengers number 17, Warren Ellis's run. Kev Walker draws this book. Kev Walker's artwork, I was a little bit disappointed in this, with the artwork. The story was okay. Basically, guys, let me wrap this up real quick with what this was all about. This was basically, if you ever seen a classic movie called Duel, where the man's being chased by this guy in a truck, that's pretty much what this is. That's all this pretty much is. But it was good to see Valkyrie and War Machine back in this, because they weren't in the last issue. But that's all pretty much this is. I won't say Warren Ellis is doing a bad job on this book, but, you know, it was okay. That's all I'll say. It was okay, but Kev Walker's artwork just didn't suit me, right? The way he made Valkyrie and Steve and people like that look, it was just like, ugh. Like, ew. They got wrinkles. It was like, how old are they supposed to be? It just didn't work for me. But it was okay. It was okay, guys. It was very much okay. Alright. So, we move on, guys, to the next book. Rick Remender, who has been doing a great job on this title, in my opinion. Venom. Number 7. It's the showdown that I guess we all been waiting for. Venom versus Anti-Venom. Eddie Brock versus Flash Thompson. This was good. This explains, guys, how Flash was able to subdue Anti-Venom in Amazing Spider-Man, because all we saw was him being webbed up and handed over to Reed Richards. This is what we get to see in this book. It was really good. The fight was really good between them for a while. At one point, let me just say, at one point, the symbiote was almost trying to bond back with Eddie. It was crazy. But it was very good. Rick Remender is doing a great job on this book. Storytelling is really good. You really get a I've really have taken liking to Flash as Venom. Like I said, to me, it's Eddie Brock, Flash. Matt Gargan does not exist to me as Venom. I'm just putting that out there. But the ending was very sad. It was very sad because I don't want to spoil it for you, but it was very sad for Flash. But he was there to be there, but it was very sad. Very sad indeed. But it was good nonetheless. Very good. Good job, Mr. Remender. Very good. Alright, so we move on to the all-new Spider-Man. This basically, once again, it's just showing what Mr. Miles Morales can do. And so far, we've seen him do, he's got all the spider powers, of course. He's talking to his dad. His dad's telling him why he should stay away from his uncle, who actually is a thief. And Miles starts to display some of his powers. Even some we didn't even think Peter had. I don't want to spoil some of those powers. I'm not going to spoil those. But he goes to a good friend of his, a kid like him, and he tells him what his powers are. And that's all it is so far. So far, no big action, nothing big, nothing fancy. Just it's still building up. That's all it is. Still building up. So I'm not really gonna complain too much on it. It's just still building. That's pretty much all it is. And the artist who does the Sarah Pichelli, she does a really good job drawing. She's really good. Really good indeed. Yes, a female artist. Very good. And that last book is The Ultimates #2. Hickman is doing this, and once again, like I said, these books are free, so I don't mind these. Y'all all know the story about the Ultimate books, but Asgard, Asgard in the Ultimate era is in trouble, and the Ultimates are in trouble, and we get some new players involved in this book, and is not looking good for Asgard at all, or the Asgardians, the gods, period. And their son, their Thor, is pretty much trying to make sure Asgard is still standing. And it's just getting crazy, man. It's really getting crazy, and it's hard because in this book there's only really the only two Ultimates in this book is Iron Man and Thor, while you have the Captain Britain and people like that in this book. But it's getting good. It's a lot of twists and turns Hickman is doing, but it's not bad. It's not bad at all. Okay? Alright. So that was all the Marvel I got, guys. Yes, I collect a lot. Sorry. But now we move on to DC. And what does the kid have this week for the first full month of DC's New 52? Well, the first one, of course, I'm going to talk about because it's been 4 freaking years since this dude has had his own new ongoing series. And that is none other than Mr. Arthur Curry, Aquaman. Yes. Jeff Johns. Good job. First of all, let me put it like this. Mr. Johns gets all the jokes and all that out of the way in this book right well. Okay? Very quick, very simple. He gets all the jokes out. You know, Aquaman being the butt of everybody's jokes, being this and that, you know, lame superhero. All you do is talk to fish, things like that. He gets that away. And now it seems that he's going to focus on what makes Aquaman so good, why people should respect this man like I do. And it just tells a really good story. We also see the new enemies that Arthur's going to be facing in this book. It's great to see Arthur back in his hometown of Boston. You know, it's good to see that. The funniest thing, I gotta tell this, guys. The funniest thing in this book is where Aquaman goes to have lunch, and you're like, okay, what does Aquaman eat? Well, let me tell you, he goes to a seafood restaurant. And he orders fish and chips. Basically, fish and french fries. And everybody's like, but you're Aquaman. You're not supposed to eat that. And he's like, why not? And it's so funny. It was just so funny to see that. And, you know, he tells why he goes to this restaurant. My father used to take me here when I was a kid and things like that. Mira shows in there looking very elegant and beautiful as she always do. It's really good. It was good. I liked it. Once again, as always, they show that mysterious woman in pink in this book from the Flashpoint universe. From the Flashpoint, that woman in pink, she makes appearances, and she make appearances in a lot of the books now. But it was really good. I really enjoyed what I got from Aquaman #1. I can't wait to see what they do with Arthur. Because to me, he's not to be joked around with. He's serious. He's a good hero. Stop making jokes about him. And respect the man. Yes. Okay, next up we have Batman, The Dark Knight. One of my favorite artists is on this book, David Finch. He co-writes this with Paul Jenkins. This is another book where I was against renumbering back to number 1. This to me should have just been. This to me is still issue number 6. Bruce, the people of Arkham Asylum are going nuts, and Bruce is in to investigate. And while he's able to apprehend all the others, he's looking for Two-Face. But other than that, we see a new player in town, maybe for his rogues alley. I'm going to spoil this a little bit, people. A woman dressed like a bunny rabbit. Well, not technically all bunny rabbit, but yeah. And we get to see what the hell happened to Two-Face. Matter of fact, he doesn't even call himself Two-Face in this book. But let's just say Harvey has been working out. Yeah. But also, without that, also, we find out that there's an officer that works for Internal Affairs is starting to investigate whether Bruce Wayne and Batman have some kind of relationship in terms of Bruce plies him with his gadgets and things like that. So there's also that plot going on in this as well. But it was good, nonetheless. David Finch artwork, as always, is beautiful. Dark, gritty, perfect for Batman. But, you know, I think a lot of people, I mean, Batman's has, what, 4 books out? You know, and of course he's in 2 books. There's a lot of Bruce out there. Alright, next up, we have The Flash, number 1. Francis Matapool. This was good. This was really good. It's a great deliverance in a way of not really retelling, not retelling Flash's origin, anything like that. It's just a really good jump on point if you love Flash and you love what they've done with Flash to build him up. It's about somebody from Barry's past in this book, and it's up to Barry to find out what happened to him. Now, once again, the lady in pink shows up in this book. Excuse me. And also, I love how his costume comes on now. I love it. Some people joke about it. It's Power Ranger-ish now, but I love it. It comes out of the ring. The pieces are like scattered like a jigsaw puzzle, and they come on him. I think that's cool. It was great to see. You know, Iris is in this book. You know, it was good. It's really good. I am loving what DC is doing. They have done a great job with Flash and people like this. But Flash number 1 was good. It's all once again the story. I don't. If I talk too much, I'll spoil it for you guys, and I don't want to spoil the story for you. But it was good nonetheless. I enjoyed it. It was good. Next up, Green Lantern, New Guardians, number 1. Tony Bedard and Tyler Kerham draws artwork. This was good. They kind of retell Kyle's origin a little bit and how he got the ring and how he was quote unquote the last Green Lantern. Didn't mind that too much, but it's just good to see Kyle in his own book because, you know, he deserves it. We see that a lot of the other cores, some of the members are losing their rings, and they're all going to Earth. That's pretty much the whole plot of this book so far. And we see Kyle just doing his mundane job as a Green Lantern. And a lot of people now are playing up, you know, the other Green Lanterns now. Like, You got some people talking about, well, I like this Green. I like that Green Lantern from Coast City. No, not that Green. Not the black one. Not the other crazy one. And then you got one guy who likes Kyle. And then you got a little kid that comes in and like, I like the one from Coast City. I don't like your costume. I like his better. And Kyle's like, well, I got the upgraded costume. He has the old tech. You know, it was funny. It was really funny to see. But the main gist of it is, why are a lot of the other core rings coming to Earth? And more importantly, why are they coming to a certain person in there? I'm not going to spoil who that person is. But that's pretty much all this book was. The first issue was about. It was good. Great to see Kyle in his own book. Tony Bedard does a great job in this. Not bad. Not bad at all. Alright. So we move on to Superman #1. Alright. George Perez is on this. Yes. Mr. Perez. Now, as people have been asking me, how come he didn't get Action Comics? No particular reason. I'd rather stay. I want to read what's going on now with him, not his past and stuff. That's what they're doing in there. No hard feelings, because I've read Action Comics. It was good, but like I said, guys, I collect what I've been collecting all along, and I was collecting the self-titled Superman stuff. And this was interesting. The Daily Planet has been rebuilt, remodeled. Doesn't look the same anymore. There's a new boss. Lois has got a big promotion. There are a lot of things in there that change. We get to see Lois's boyfriend, who pretty much, like my friend Deadpoolzilla says, looks like Dolph Lundgren. And where does Clark fit into all this, And we get a great fight scene between Superman and this fire-like creature. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad at all. It's just, sometimes you look at it, it's like, man, it's weird seeing Clark and Lois not together. You know what I'm saying? But not bad. Not bad. I've read other people's reviews on it, and they're saying, it's not as good as Action Comics. That's your opinion. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. But to me, I enjoyed this. Not bad. Not bad at all. I very much enjoyed it. But yeah, the Daily Planet remodeled. Looks good though, I'm not gonna lie. Daily Planet looks good. But even which I'm gonna tell you, even the globe looks different. So this was good. Superman #1 was not bad, in my opinion. That's the kids' decision. Wasn't that bad? What do you guys think of it? Well, it was good. Last book that I got. Of course, I was gonna pick this bad boy up. Teen Titans #1. Oh yeah. First of all, let me get this out. If you all have fears that they changed Tim, don't even think that. Tim is still the same beloved character that we all fell in love with. And for me, guys, I love his Red Robin costume, his new Red Robin costume. I love the wings. He reminds me of Falcon, Sam Wilson, and it's really good in this. We do get to see other former Titans in this. Ms. Martian makes a cameo, small cameo. Raven is in this. We see that, yes, the female in pink is in this. They show Kid Flash, and Kid Flash's costume in this looks like he just made that himself. So I think he's going to get upgraded to this soon. But the only two really main focused characters in this is Tim and Wonder Girl. Now, I even love how Wonder Girl, her powers are activated, or she gets into her uniform. It's really cool. Basically, the whole gist of it is an organization is called Nowhere is trying to take out or capture these superpowered metahuman teenagers that are now showing up all over. Red Robin, Tim, has been monitoring all this. And he's going to find out why they're doing it. And pretty much, first character he runs into is Wonder Girl. Very good. Very good on the first try. Very, very good on the first issue. Scott Lobdell does a pretty decent job writing this. But like I said, don't worry about if Tim is not the same character that you loved before. He still is, guys. He's still the same beloved character. Not to worry. Not to worry at all. But we still haven't seen the other members yet. But the cliffhanger is Super Bowl. It ends with the organization getting ready to activate or send out. Yeah, Superboy. I'm going to spoil that for you guys. They said that Superboy will be their enemy for a while. But it was good nonetheless. Teen Titans #1 was very good. I was very much enjoyed it, especially because I love Teen Titans. I've been a Titans fan for a long time. And very good. Very good indeed. And besides, Brent Booth did a good job artist on this too. Okay, guys, so that is all I have for this week. Next week, we begin the #2s of the New 52. So I hope you guys enjoyed what you got here today. And as always, this is my Burning Kid saying peace, one love, stay tuned, keep it real. You guys take care.